Potential. Such a strange thing, one might say. You have so much potential in life when you're born, and some say you lack some of it when you're older. I would disagree in certain aspects. But potential, nonetheless, is vast and full of opportunity. Some people take advantage of it, some don't. Especially with the creator of Benny Loves You. I am sorry, but it must be said. It's just stupid. I'm sorry, one of the issues for me personally is the character design. It's so stupid looking. It looks like Elmo with ears. And that's it. It does, to me, it's not scary, it's not cute, it's just dumb looking. And if you're going, they have the in the film, they have the perfect antagonist, perfect toy to use. It's this bear that says, "You're special." It is such a perfect design. It looks like a teddy bear. It's got its mouth open, and it's got its teeth showing, but it's not overly creepy, so the audience buys right into it. And it's a teddy bear. A lot of us grew up with teddy bears. Or had family members who grew up with teddy bears. I mean, just perfect. Or, if you are going to go the route of making your own character, and you're going to go with something that looks, in my personal opinion, way too cutesy, you need to tweak the design. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I think it's better to show than just tell. I don't mind starting if you start off with a cutesy design, but you should do something like this, weather it. I mean, look at how much love this little thing has been. I mean, really do something with it so there's like a contrast, because this would not really work as a horror monster. This would. I mean, look at it. It looks creepy, it looks worn, and imagine this thing with glowing red eyes in the dark. That could scare people, especially if you made the jaw open up and have sharp teeth or something. The mouth opening and hide the teeth, so it's a complete shock to the audience. But I mean, look at something like, if I were to ask you guys, which one looks more like a horror monster, or which one looks scarier, are you really gonna tell me this Elmo reject looks scarier than my childhood toy? Are you really gonna sit there and tell me that? I mean, I just slumped over. Look how suspicious it looks, just sitting there, menacingly. But that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that just looks. I mean, look how dumb that thing looks. Look how stupid it looks. That's just. It's not scary, and they don't change the design throughout the film. It looks even worse. It looks dumb. And to me, that's one of the biggest problems with the film. It's just there are certain things that just they try and they just don't work. I mean, they do everything, but it doesn't. Some of the things they do, they don't work. I mean, some of the humor just maybe it's just because I have an American sense of humor and this is a British film, but some of the jokes just do not land at all. It's just stupid. And which really sucks, because I feel like something like this has so much potential, and I feel like he had an idea, and I don't feel like he completely utilized his concept or idea. I mean, really go in with it. Like, yeah, make the man a little younger. Maybe he's being bullied about it. Maybe, like, the scene with the date, oh yeah, that works so well, because I can imagine that happening to me, maybe. But you see, that's what I mean, it's relatability, that works. But there's so many dumb things. I mean, they have, in the film, Benny kills off a dog, and then they proceed to play with its quote-unquote dead corpse like a rag doll, and I don't find that appropriate. I just don't. I don't know why. I, I don't get it. I don't. I also don't understand why they threw an alien reference in there. Like that was just that was just dumb. Like that's not the spot for that alien reference. Get away from her, you bleep. I just no. That's not where you put a reference like that. And you put a reference like that in close to the end, where you have like the final battle or something. It's just. I mean, like, I don't know why. I don't know who, but at the very end, they have cops show up, and they have plastic bright orange guns. They're supposed to be BB guns, I think, and they're just shooting Benny down. And it's like, come on, you should have at least painted them black with a quick coat of spray paint or just something. I mean, it's just whatever. And stuff like that, which really is a bummer because I think the film has amazing special effects. I think the crew that worked on it did an amazing job with the gore and violence and stuff. I feel like those aspects of the film really shine, especially when you learn that it was practically made by a handful of people. Like, honestly, shout out to all those guys. They did a kick ass job for what they did. But I feel like they could just do more with it. I really do, and I really hope if by some miracle of life itself, if the creator ever gets a chance or watches this, I really do hope that he takes some of my ideas, or at least understands where I'm coming from, and maybe he'll apply them to his projects. And I'm definitely going to apply them to my future projects. But it's just from a technical level, I think Benny Loves You is pretty good, but on a story level and a fundamental level, it's just not. And I could be here forever talking about the movement of the plush characters. Just wasted potential. I mean, it literally looks like they took a green screen glove and just moved the toy. I mean, that just doesn't look like right. You should really sit there and make the toy move kind of naturally, but kind of unnaturally. Kind of like in more or less. I would recommend to summarize. If you have watched somebody play through Poppy Playtime, I know Markiplier has done a playthrough of it, playthrough of the first chapter. Basically, you go into an abandoned toy factory and one of the toys goes after you. I mean, the thing's huge, and the way it moves, it's human-like, but still plush. It's still a toy. I mean, an arm gets caught in a door and it kind of slithers back with the itself. I mean, it moves creepily, but it moves like logically, you know? It moves kind of like how that toy would move. It's creepy, man. It's so inhuman. And I think when the guys in Benny Loves You, when the guys are literally just in a green screen hand, just moving the plush up and down, making it hop everywhere, I think it looks really dumb. I'm sorry, it looks dumb. So overall, I feel Benny Loves You had so much potential, and I don't feel like they utilized all of it. But at the same time, I feel like it has amazing special effects. So yeah, I'm really conflicted on that one. But I personally believe learning from them, learning from other examples, you really gotta go in with your character design and really make it stick. You really, really do. And I'm not trying to get off topic, but for Willy's Wonderland, that was one of the key aspects, was nailing that character design, making them look really creepy. And I feel like they did an amazing job with Willy's Wonderland. They went from cutesy to old and decrepit, just like I showed you with my Daisy Duck plushies. That's how it's done, because it looks unnatural, it looks creepy, and then you go from there. Um, Honestly, I give Benny Loves You a 6.5 out of 10. I really do feel like they could have utilized just some more things to just really get the audience in. And I can understand not wanting to weather it, or weather the plush, because he had to move it through CG, which I understand. But at the same time, you really want to get your audience really in there with the character design. And they just don't, which really sucks. And right before I end this video, one thing that I think he should have done is the Jaws effect, where you don't show the plush killing many people, and you kind of leave it to the audience to kind of question whether it's actually him or the plush. I think that would have also made the film a little better, and then you can have that ending part more or less kind of stay the same, where you have it against a lot of people. But overall, it could have done better. So anyways, guys, this is RanSR264 saying out, my amigos, peace. And one day, I don't know when, I don't know how, but one day I will do my own plush horror film, or horror film starring a quote-unquote killer toy, and it's going to be really good, because I'm going to take those aspects that he didn't do, and I'm going to do them, and hopefully it'll be really good. So anyways, guys, peace, and have a great day.